Yo, what's up? Ogechi here, aka Oaghaji, back with another video, and it's time for another review. Today's review is going to be on the 1978 Taiwanese kung fu film classic, Fatal Needles versus Fatal Fists, aka Fatal Needles, Fatal Fists, starring Dong Won Tao, Lo Li, Chun Ye, aka Chun Yik, Ming, aka Tommy Lee, and more. Fight choreography by Ming, aka Tommy Lee, and directed by Tso-Nam. Like I said, this was made in Taiwan in 1978, so it's an awesome kung fu film classic. So, without further ado, let's begin. And I'm gonna read the synopsis that I have written down in this piece of paper right here. So, bear with me, y'all. Here goes, y'all. Ming Hu and Captain Chao Long are super cops who are cracking down on crime with a vengeance until several fighters get the drop on Chao and ends up dead. Ming blames himself and retires from crime fighting to become a pathetic drunk, drowning in shame. Ming would eventually change his name to Chin Chai, working in a brothel to pay his debt. After saving a brothel worker's life and being injured, he was found unconscious in a magistrate's home. After he was saved, he will disguise himself as a coward while working for the magistrate's family, only to be drawn back into conflict after a drug smuggling tyrant named Chung Tung tries to take over. Finally, coming to terms with his past, Ming Hu, aka Chin Chai, decides to help the magistrate's family to stop the drug lord Chung Tung and his deadly needle kung fu technique. Pretty good description there, I would say. Well, it's the best description I can give, written down. So yeah. I think the story is actually pretty good. Yes, the story in this film is actually pretty good, and it's very well written. The characters are very well developed, especially with the character of Ming Hu, played by Dong Wan Tao. He did an amazing job as Ming Hu, aka Chen Chai. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's like the rest of the cast all did their job. I'll definitely say that. Yeah, the character of Mong Hu, he would work with his fellow partner Chao Long, played by the late great Lo Li. Um, fight crime and things like that. But eventually, he would accidentally kill Chong Long fighting against a group of fighters, and he would blame himself for what happened. And he's felt with a lot of this guilt inside of him that he'll end up becoming this pathetic drunk, wanting to die, being this coward, changes his name to Chen Chai, you know what I'm saying? But eventually, he will come to terms with his past to help this magistrate and his two children, son and daughter, fight against this evil drug lord, Chung Tong, played by Chung Yi. You know what I'm saying? It's a very well good put story in this film. I don't want to get too much into it because of spoilers, but if y'all watch this movie, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the character development in this film is very good. You know what I'm saying? And the story is definitely well written. Like as I said before, so the story, the characters, and the acting all get a 5 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about the action. Yeah, the action in this is very good, very well choreographed, some classic kung fu action, especially with some deadly needle kung fu on top of that, which is nice. Especially in the case of Chang Yi's character, Chong Tong. Ming definitely did a great job in choreographing the fights, you know what I'm saying? And they're very well shot, very well edited, and very well lit, despite being a low budget, independent Taiwanese kung fu film from 1978. It's very impressive. And the film as a whole was shot very well. Obviously in location in Taiwan, you know what I'm saying? It's just awesome, you know what I'm saying? And there's not much more I can say other than the fact that the action has some awesome classic kung fu action that we all love and we love to watch, you know what I'm saying? So the action, cinematography, editing, and the lighting all get a 5 out of 5 as well. Now, let's talk about the music. The music is like a mixture of like library music and some classical Chinese music as well. and it's implemented very well. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So the music gets a 5 out of 5 because I don't want to end up repeating myself. Overall, Fatal Needles versus Fatal Fists, aka Fatal Needles, Fatal Fists, is an awesome Taiwanese kung fu film that I highly recommend y'all checking out for its great story, great characters, and great action. Even though the action is pretty small, which is very uncommon for the genre at the time, but the action definitely was very well put together. Along with a great story and great characters on top of that. So, yeah, again, I definitely recommend y'all checking this film out. This film gets a 5 out of 5. Hopefully y'all enjoy this review, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely enjoy making it. Let me know what y'all think about Fatal Needles versus Fatal Fists in the comments below if y'all watched it already. If y'all like this video, y'all can hit that like button, share it, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow me in my other social media accounts, you know what I'm saying? And stay tuned for more other reviews and more other videos along the way. So, with all that being said, hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your night, wherever you are in the world. This is your boy, Ogechi Aghaji, aka Oaghaji, signing out. Peace.